Hey, what's going on, and good morning everybody. Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton, and today we're going to be covering the City Park tournament. This is just a little 9-hole cup. This is going to be your rookie round qualifying all 9 holes. So as you can see here, a minus 14. We're going to take that on this course. You know, the hole number 3 typically for a lot of people is going to play as a birdie, but we do pick up the eagle here. We'll show you how to do that. And we pick up that extra drop on hole number 5. And then we pick up an albatross on hole number 9. As a matter of fact, picked up the albatross on both of my accounts on hole number 9. So that shot looks really consistent and possibly easy to duplicate. So you know what we need to do. If you're not a subscriber, please become one. Help me get to the 4,000 mark. There is a possibility we could do it during this mini tournament, so that would be awesome. Secondly, if you like my videos, please take a moment there just to hit that thumbs up button. All right, so let's go here. We're going to go hole number 1. Hole number 1, they're starting off with the par 3. A little bit weird, but we're going to just go simply with the Navigator. You could easily do this with the Marlin as well if you wanted to go that route. But you're going to see here we're playing 10% at mid. We're going to go with 5 bars of backspin, no side spin, and here's what we're looking to do. We're looking to find our landing spot. Now for me, you'll see here, I'm aiming short of the hole, but I'm aiming at that dark green square, kind of favoring the right-hand side. Now, once I find that landing position, I'm going to continue to use the exact same backspin, but now I'm going to add half a bar, not even half a bar, maybe 0.4 bars of side spin to the right. That's because this green slopes from right to left. So if we don't add that side spin, we're probably going to miss to the left-hand side. Now for here, like I said, I take that 10% pull at mid. We get a perfect ball, which is going to allow you to learn from my shot. And you're going to see here that, we do get this one pretty close. I think the speed is okay. We could reduce the backspin by about 0.1 or 0.2 and maybe reduce that side spin just by a little bit. But I think if you kind of look at that shot there, that's going to be one that you might be able to drop for a hole-in-one and will get you to a great start to the tournament. Brings on the hole number 2. Now I know this is everybody's favorite hole in the game, right? Definitely not. One of the more difficult par 4s to drive because you can hit a weird glitch and just roll, roll, roll. But we're not going to do that. We're going to show you what to avoid. In the headwind, we're going to use a Kingmaker. We're going to go with 4 bars of top spin, 3 bars of side spin to the right. Now here we're going to be backing our target up. As you can see, we're going to be playing over here on this left-hand side. So you kind of see there how my ball guideline, the first bounce is like going over the rough. So we're playing the left-hand side of the fairway, and you're going to see why. This is kind of where I want you to aim. Keep in mind on this hole, it's going to be extremely important to hit perfect. You could get away with a great right more than likely, but a great left could be pretty deadly. So just keep that in mind. And here we're using just a little bit of curl to the left-hand side. So we're playing the left-hand side of the fairway, and we're curling to the left-hand side. Because you see here, this ball runs up the right side of the fairway. So even though we use curl and even though we played the significant left-hand side of the fairway, it still takes off to the right-hand side. But that is okay. This shot is really nice, and that's going to leave us for a really good opportunity to pick up an eagle on hole number 2. You will not see a lot of opponents pick up this eagle, so if you're able to get this one dialed in, that is going to be awesome. And here we're very close. So the adjustment that we're looking at here is 10% at max. Even though we're not at max distance of our club, we're going to pull it at max. That's just going to help counter the headwind that we have, even though it's not strong. That's just how the game works out sometimes. I like to move my target. You see how it starts over here on the right-hand side? I like to move it over here to the left because the bounce becomes more sticky at this point. So you can kind of see here, I'm playing with my orange ring right there at the rough line. Ball guideline through the pin, but I'm favoring the right-hand side of the hole. Perfect ball. and we drop it in for an eagle. So, that's a really good start there. Again, tough one to pick up, but you can see that that shot was really nice and it was dead center for an eagle. Okay, hole number 3. Now, I'm going to tell you a couple different ways that you can play hole number 3, and this is going to be completely dependent on whether you want to be a little bit more aggressive or non-aggressive. It's going to depend on your club level. First of all, if you don't have a good sniper, you need to play this with a big dog. So we're going to go quarterback, big dog, or quarterback, sniper. You just decide what's up to you. And then I'm going to show you 2 different ways that you can pick up the eagle on this hole. The first one is going to be, like I said, quarterback no matter what with a Titan. We're going to go 1 bar of side spin to the right with about 1.2 bars of top spin. And this is where we're setting up at. Right here on this side, this is what the ball guideline looks like. Very easy, very low wind, quarterback, great accuracy, perfect ball, and we drive this one up the fairway. Now, shot number 2, you're going to play it this way if you want to go for a thorn shot. If you're not confident in your rough bump ability, this is the way that you want to go. We would ultimately like to play here on the right-hand side of the fairway. So you see here how I'm aiming at the right-hand side of the fairway. This is where we want to go. Now, it's up to you if you want to use overpower or not. You're going to see here that I'm not using much overpower. This is just a baby amount of overpower. Great ball to the right, so I'm glad I didn't go nuts with the overpower. But I land on the fairway no problem, okay? This is going to leave us for a thorn shot, 10% at mid. Now, I do make this shot, but the thing that I don't like about this hole here is this ball guideline can become very glitchy. There is a spot on the green that really speeds your ball up towards the pin, and you're not going to notice it like here. So you'll notice here that I go with my spin adjustment, 2 back, no side spin, and then I move my ball up to the hole. So you can see here that I'm trying to aim at the middle of the flag stick, but it looks like I just slightly on the right-hand side of the flag stick. That's not intentional. What is intentional is I'm trying to make sure that I bounce on the fringe to deaden the ball towards the hole. Here we make our pull. We get a perfect ball, and I want you to see how right there the ball kind of takes off, but it hits the pin, and we're good to go for an eagle, all right? Now that shot right there was played 10% at mid. Now, shot number 2 here, on this account, I'm going to show you how to play a Grizzly rough bump. So there's a lot of different club options on this hole, but if you're going to play shot number 2 and go for the rough bump is the best way to pick up the eagle on this because there's a funnel. Here we want to play in front of the sand trap. So you're going to notice here that I'm not using overpower, and I need to be in long iron range. I hit a perfect ball, and I'm just trying to lay up just like that, right in front of the sand. That's going to leave us here for the Grizzly Shot like I was talking about. Now the Grizzly Shot, you have got to understand, we're going to play it uphill on this rough bump at minus 20%. So this means we're not going to pull as many rings as we normally would. So minus 20%, we're playing it uphill. And here's what we're trying to do. We're trying to find the funnel. So you find the funnel by going over here to the left-hand side, and you start to apply your spin adjustments. The top spin is always the first thing that we mess with. But we got to make sure, you see right there how the ball guideline is on the fringe? That's what we need to eliminate. So here we got a little bit more than 2 bars of top spin with no side spin. Now I'm moving my target around to find the funnel. I had thought you normally have to aim this one pin high to drop it. So as you can see here, I'm aiming my ball guideline just above the pin. For me, I'm pulling minus 20% at absolute minimum distance of my club. It'll be up to you to find out where you're at with your Grizzly. Are you going to be at minimum, mid, or max? But you'll see here this funnel and the ball guideline played true. Unfortunately, the ball stopped exactly where I aimed. So we do need to aim this one center of cup to try to pick up that eagle. All right. Hole number 4 is going to be played 10% at mid We're going to be using a navigator ball here. We're going to go with half a bar of side spin to the right, combined with about half a bar of top spin. We're going to be playing with our yellow ring over here tucked into that little pocket of the fairway on the right-hand side. You'll see the aim point here. 10% pull at mid-distance of our club. Perfect ball. Gets us very, very close to the hole-in-one. So, what do we need to do here? We missed to the left-hand side. We might need to add just a smidge more of side spin. Now, the best way to dial in a shot is to play the exact same spin adjustment as me, because now you know how the ball reacts. And then you can just move your target over a little bit to compensate for missing to the left. Or you can add more side spin. But I always think copying my spin adjustments when we're super close, but just moving our landing position is the best way to dial in a shot. All right. Now on this hole, we do pick up a hole-in-one. This is played 10% at medium distance of our driver. You're going to see that I do back my driver up here. 3 top, 1 right. So you see here, I'm not in the plus yards anymore. I've got a little bit of my orange ring in the rough, but most of it on the fairway. So this is what our aim point should look like. Again, this is 10% at mid distance. We get a perfect ball. And we're up the fairway here very nicely. That's going to leave us here for shot number 2. Shot number 2 is played 0% at mid. On my first attempt, I played 10% at mid, and I barely missed to the left-hand side. So here, I took the elevation off. I'm playing it straight up at medium distance. You'll see here, aiming center of the cup. Ball guide line is going through the pin, as you can see. Very important in headwind, especially with the thorn. Perfect ball. And this one drops in the hole as well for an extra eagle. All right. This is going to take us on to the next par 5. This is absolute best win scenario for this hole. Take a Titan ball, full top. This drive is pretty easy as long as you don't hit a great ball. And here you'll see that I'm going to go with a little bit of overpower. About half of my ball is in the bottom target zone. That's going to power us from fairway to fairway to fairway, and we roll through, and we're good to go, leaving us for a very nice opportunity for an albatross. We're going to play this one 5% at mid. Here you're going to notice the spin adjustments, a little bit more than 4 back. We'll call that 4.2, 4.3 back. And notice the sliver of side spin to the right. Ball guide line tight and to the hole. Perfect ball. This one's pretty close as well, so just a minor tweak here, and you'll be looking at another good shot. So obviously we want to take that right side spin off. And then maybe offset this one a little bit to the left-hand side of the cup. But we're really close there for, again, like I said, a good albatross opportunity. This will take us into the next par 4. We're going to play this one 10% at max. And even though we're not at max distance, I just kind of played this drive 10% at max. I should have probably played it medium, but it doesn't matter because we have plenty of fairway to work with here. This is an easy drive. All we're trying to do is just land on the fairway. It doesn't matter how many yards we get. I'd rather be back here because we always want to take shot number 2 with the sniper. Shot number 2, I think we can walk you through how to pick this one up. 10% at mid, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to start to apply our spin. Now you're going to notice here I'm going with about 1.7 back with 1 bar to the right. Even though the wind is blowing from right to left, I am still offsetting to the left of the cup. So you can see here, my ball guide line is not even in the hole. It's to the left of the hole. Now again, I do have 1 bar of right side spin on this shot. Perfect ball. And we're going to miss this one to the right. but not by a whole lot. So this is going to be one to where you might want to try to, again, just maybe offset more to the left. Or this may be a good scenario to where we just completely eliminate the side spin and take our shot from there with the same setup, maybe favoring the left-hand side of the hole. Now, if I were you, I would maybe take one practice shot if we're going to eliminate the side spin and see how you do. Because, again, this is a hole that a lot of people do not pick up an eagle on. All right, this is our last par 3. We're going to play the backbone, 10% at mid, full backspin, 2 bars of side spin to the right. You're going to notice that I'm playing with my yellow ring down here on the fringe line. And my first bounce up there at the top is in that dark green square. So you see there, that's what my ball guideline looks like. So the pin is in the dark green row, and then 1, 2, 3 squares to the right of that is where my aim point is. 10% at mid. Perfect ball, but we're going to just barely miss this one here. Again, very close. All these shots are super close in this tournament. I'm not really sure what to tell you here on the pick this one up. Maybe we might want to add a little bit of right curl and also back our target up just a smidge. In my head, I think that will work, but I'm not 100% positive, to be honest with you. Tough one to pick up, though. Okay, hole number 9. This is where we pick up an albatross on both accounts. So this one is a really good one to share. Please become a subscriber if you're not one. Please take a moment there to hit that thumbs up for the video. Believe it or not, that does help people like myself that create these videos. The more thumbs up, the more exposure we can get from YouTube. All right, 10% at mid. Here, we're using half a ball of curl to the right with no overpower. Perfect ball. That's the reason you want to use overpower right there, because we're always close to the rough line on this one. This is not that technical of a drive, but it's just one you don't want to mess up, right? So now I'm going to show you 2 different shots. They're both going to be played minus 10%. But on this one, I had a better drive. On my other account, my drive didn't go as far. So here I'm at mid distance. Minus 10% at mid is going to leave us with this shot. We're going to go about 3.9 bars of backspin, and we're going to be offsetting this one here onto the right-hand side. So you see that a little bit of my ball guideline is in the cup. Now, I could have played this one a little bit more with the ball guideline in the cup more, because this one is playing pretty true today. Perfect ball. And we do sneak it in here on the right-hand side. So we get the double roll, and we get in a nice little alba. So on this one here, I'm at max distance now, as you can see. But I'm going to play the same spin adjustment. So as you're going to see here, we're going to go with the backspin. Now, obviously, on this account, I have to use less backspin because I'm at max distance. But we're still using the backspin, and the thing that I learned is, off my first shot, is you can see here now, I'm playing with more of my ball guideline in the hole. My entire ball guideline is in the hole, but it's still to the right of the flag stick. I definitely appreciate everybody watching. Let me know how you do in comments, and hopefully you get all these shots to drop for you. But a perfect ball, and you'll see here this time, we're on the left-hand side of the cup, but more center. Hey, that's it. I will see you all Saturday morning for the rookie final round. Thank you.